Certainly, all of life works just for your good. Hour of awakening, hour of empowerment, hour of awakening and empowerment. It comes your way from Ethereum Mission International, the Church for Spiritual Empowerment, every Tuesday and Thursday from 7 p.m. GMT till 8 p.m. GMT. Well, sometimes we go a little bit beyond the 8, depending on how things go. Today, we are back. And I'm also back, sitting in for Madam Dorcas Ofosu Budu. Today she should have been around, but she said, "Oh, Papa, step in for me. No problem. I am here to host Philippa Atta, who is bringing us a very beautiful topic, a very wonderful one. I love the topic so much. But before we go on to the main topic, let's welcome her and pose her a few questions before we hand over to her. Good evening, Philippa.
Good evening. Papa Smiley, it's been a long while.
I know. It's more than long. How are you doing?
I'm excellent, actually.
Well, excellent. You are excellent, right?
Yes, I am.
What does that mean? If someone is excellent, what does that mean?
Well, I mean, I'm in a very good state or place because I have the opportunity to give off myself to the world. So it's a good opportunity. So I'm excellent. I feel good about it.
I see. All right. Good to hear that. I know you came with this particular song for us to play, and then we have accepted that we will use it as a signature tune from now onward. Now, in part of the song, it says, all of life is a reflection of God, or all of life is a reflection of the divine. Well, someone may ask, so are you trying to say the wicked is a reflection of God, meaning the divine is also wicked?
Yes, everything is an expression of God. What we see as evil, I mean, even within that wicked person, is good. So who am I to judge and call someone as wicked? I can find the expression of love in the person. I mean, who defined that person as wicked? To me, that person is a divine expression of God, just like you and I. I will not call that person, or I will not say that that person is not from God, because he or she has shown me some acts that society describes as wickedness.
So
yes.
In that case, right? What of us is the reflection of God? Is it our actions? What makes us move? Or what exactly of us is the reflection of God?
What the reflection of God we are talking about here is, you see, we are spirits. That's our original nature. All of life is within us. The elements, the air, fire, water, and earth, all within us. The earth takes 70% of water, the earth's surface. Within us too, there's a constituent of 70% water. All of life is God. And when we say the reflection of God, we are saying that which we innately are, the I within us that cannot be touched, that is free of error, and what the Bible will say sin. So what we are, the very I of our beings, the I am that is you and the I am that is me, is a reflection of God. Unfortunately, most of us have forgotten that clean, perfect I of God that expresses us. So we've come to the earth and we believe that the earth is all the earth and its possessions and its materials are all we are here for, or we have even forgotten that there's an I that operates the body. Until death comes, then you realize that no, this physical body there must be something more to it. So the I within is a reflection of God, and that I expresses and operates within all of life. Every creation has that I. You have that I. The wicked, in quotes, has that I. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So basically, it is like let's take for an assumption case. Okay. Let's say Philippa goes to another country and goes to do some dodgy moves over there, right? The fact that Philippa is gone there and done such dodgy moves, it does not mean Philippa is not a Ghanaian. Philippa is still a Ghanaian. So it is not up to what we do, but our original state, that is what is the reflection of God. Is that what it means?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
You heard the analogy. So you've gone somewhere, you've done certain things that are against the laws of the land. It does not mean, say, Ghana government can say you are not a Ghanaian because of what you've done, but you are a Ghanaian irrespective of whatever you've done, right? Is that what it means?
Yes, I believe. Yeah.
Okay. All right then. If you say so, in whatever state that I am in, I'm still the reflection of God. Well, before I hand over to you, what is your view about organ donation when someone is dying or someone is dead? Some people may be considering of getting on the register of organ donors. What is your view on that? Is there any spiritual law to that, or it is okay for one to be on that register? Can you hear me, Philippa? Oh, well, can you hear me, Philippa?
Yes, I can hear you.
So you heard the question, right?
No, I didn't hear the question.
Well, the question is, what is your view on organ donation? That is to say, when someone is dying or someone dies, the person may be on the register register of organ donors to say some part of my body should be given to someone else. What is your view on that? Is there any spiritual laws concerning that? Would you yourself decide to be on that register?
Are you saying that? Are you asking if it's okay to donate a part of your body or your organ to another person?
Yeah, when you are dying, okay, and then you decide, okay, when I'm gone, part of my body that are still functional, it can be given out to some people who are still alive. Is there a spiritual law, or what's your view on that? And would you consider going on that register yourself?
Well, I would answer based on my personal view. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I would do anything like that. And people who decide to do that, I believe, have their own reasons. But I mean, if the body at the end doesn't matter, then of what significance or of what relevance is it anyway, whether you give it or you don't give it away? I don't know if you get my point. The body, whether we like it or not, will deteriorate. So if you decide that you are going to donate what are some of the parts that can be donated? Any other parts of your body to someone when you die or before you die? That's maybe for the person to become alive. Maybe that's you doing some good for someone, because at the end the body would denigrate and then will not become of significance anyway. So maybe that person has reached that level of non-attachment that there are people that they think, even when we are dying or before they die, they think about how their bodies will be buried in the soil, and it's creepy for them. Even now, when you go for funerals, feel like, hey, so when I die, they'll put my body in this heat, So people are able to, not become attached to their bodies and decide that, okay, I'm going to give my heart to someone so that person lives and then I die. It's that person's choice, and if it brings some good to another person, then that's the essence of life, making impact. But the body itself, whether we like it or not, it will not exist when we are dead. So if somebody decides to donate it, way to go.
All right, but in your personal view, you wouldn't want to be on the register, right?
Like personally?
Yes.
It's not something I have thought about, and it's interesting you mentioned, because I've not even I don't have extensive information about people who do that. So maybe I can go and read about it, and then if I'll be interested in giving my vocal cord to someone. But yeah.
Someone may want your lips, okay, possibly. So we will see about that, right? Anyway, I'll hand over to you as you give us your message for today. Over to you, Philippa.
Thank you, Papa Smiley. Hello, lovely viewers who are watching us on Facebook, and lovely listeners who are listening to us on Akwantifo Radio. I welcome you to yet another powerful session of Hour of Awakening with Ethereum Mission. So I welcome you to Ethereum Mission, the Church of Spiritual Empowerment. Our vision is that of a unified world in which everyone is a catalyst that is activating and promoting the innate good in one another. Have you imagined, or can you imagine a world where the good that you are calls out the expression of the good that I am, and the good that I am calls forth the expression of the good that you are? That would be a very beautiful world, a very peaceful world, wouldn't it? Yes, and that is exactly the world we invite you to join or to become a part of this and every week with Hour of Awakening. So, Ethereum Mission is in Ghana, located on the General Ankara Highway next to the Goil Filling Station in Accra. The phone numbers are 0264 177 633 and 0548 177 633. We also have a branch in Takoradi, which is also in Ghana. And our Takoradi branch is located on the Davis Street in the Anaji Estate. And the telephone number to call is 0561 166 330. If you're in Kumasi, we have a fellowship at the Derba Court Hotel. And the Derba Court Hotel is located behind Dr. Badu in Adiambra. And the contact number is 0561 166 331. And in the UK, we have a branch at 58 Gorange Park Avenue in Mitcham, Surrey. And the postcode is CR4 2DG, and the phone number is 0208 646 6129. 0208 646 6129. God bless you. So yes, last week we treated a little more adventure. We understood and got to realize that real adventure is when you are able to touch and make impact on the lives of people. So today we are continuing with a little more adventure, but this time around we are going to talk about courage, the virtue that is needed for us to be able to have an adventure and see life as an adventure in itself. So the discussion today is on the courage to be, having the courage to become and be. So if you realize there's a point in your life or in our lives where we feel a certain sense of vacuum. It's like there's an emptiness, and sometimes this emptiness we are unable to explain. We are filled with certain, I know you know the feeling. It comes and it's like you feel overwhelmed, and sometimes all you crave for is the desire. You have that desire for courage to come in so that you get out of that situation. But sometimes we relax in that situation, or we allow those situations to define us, and some people end up killing themselves. Some people end up losing it. Some people are not able to get the courage to move that mountain, but allow the mountain to move them. So you would agree that to have a little more adventure in life, we need to have and develop the virtue of courage. Without it, we cannot do the unusual and exciting things of life. You see, we are at a time where courage has become a very necessary virtue and not just an added value. Courage has become a necessary virtue because we are seeing so much radical change in our society today. Today, there's change in marital structures. Now there are transgender people, there are gays, there are lesbians. There's so much change. The marriage styles have changed, family structures have changed, education has changed, religion has changed, and more so technology. Technology has taken over, and it seems like we are in a very digitalized world where without it, you cannot even handle some transactions or do certain things. So we are at a crucial time also where our choices confront us strongly. So there's so much change that sometimes it's our choices that confront us. So how shall we in this changing space, in this radical phase of change, be drawn or be withdrawn to feel anxious, to be withdrawn to be afraid? Are we going to panic in this time of radical change? Are we going to be afraid that our foundations are shaky, or we have lost our foundations, or are we going to be apathetic, or are we going to paralyze ourselves with the overwhelming feeling of this radical change happening in life? Or we are going to seize the courage necessary to navigate this life, the courage necessary to preserve what exactly we are at the core of our beings. And I mean the fact that you are a spirit. We are at a time where we need to preserve what we are at the very core of our beings, which is spirit. As spirit, we have been called onto something. We have been called onto something new. And this newness is what I would call the opportunity of a human life. The opportunity as spirit to explore the life that you are, this human life, and have a spiritual experience with this human life. So we have been called onto something. We have been called to delve deeply into the unknown and create paths in forest, paths on lands where there are no recognizable paths. You have been called into the unknown to bring out, to create reality in the unknown, to create a traceable path where people can follow. If the future is possible, then it is possibly because we are digging into the unknown, and in the unknown we are alive. The future is only possible because we delve into the unknown and we are still alive. And to do this, we need a degree of courage. Not a degree, in fact, you need courage. Courage should be your virtue. Courage is from the French word from heart. It means heart. And if your heart pumps blood to the every part and every organ of your body, then courage should be the heart. Courage should be your heart. Courage should pump blood into your lost spirit. Courage should be that fuel that drives your actions. So we take our reading from Joshua 1:9. Permit me to read. Joshua 1:9 in the Bible says, "Then have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened and do not be dismayed. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." I repeat, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened and do not be dismayed. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been introduced to a certain concept of courage. And today by this teaching, we hope that those wrong perceptions, those those judgments or those understanding of courage are dismissed, and then a new form or a new understanding of courage is embraced. So courage is not the opposite of despair, nor is it the absence of fear. When we say we are courageous, it is not because we don't lose hope, nor it is because we are not afraid. Because trust me, so far as you're experiencing this human life, you're going to have moments of despair and you're going to have moments of fear. Fear and despair are not negative in themselves. Human beings have negative because it moves away from what they know as pleasure. So despair and fear have their good intentions, and what you need to do is to identify the intentions they bring you. So courage is not the absence of despair and fear. Courage is what you do with despair and fear when you are faced with them. Courage is what you do with despair and fear when you are faced with them. Courage is not your decision to be stubborn. There are people who, they are just stubborn. Everything they want to be, how do I put it? They want to be controversial sometimes. They want to be stubborn in their dealings with people. And unfortunately, society describes such mere stubbornness as courage. Courage is not your ability. It's not your ability to say that I'm just going to be stubborn. I can't work with people. That's not courage. Courage is your ability to create with others. It is your ability to create with others without failing to express your original ideas and listening to your own being. There are people, when given the opportunity to deal with people, they are unable to because they feel like they cannot express their original ideas or they are thinking with people, so they shy away from people, they can't go into people, or they can't engage people. Courage is your ability to create with others. Courage is your ability to say that I am with people, but I can express my voice, I can speak my voice, I can express my original thinking to influence life. Courage is not betraying yourself, where betraying yourself means that not listening to yourself. Courage is not betraying yourself to please another. Courage is your ability to see that you are doing and being yourself. Courage is your ability to see that you are doing and being yourself, and you have contributed that which you are to society, to community, your contribution to the whole. So courage is participating in life. Courage is your ability to be and do you whilst participating in life. Today, we are speaking of the kind of courage that is not sense-driven or sense-centered. Nowadays, in our society, when you are able to shout and you're able to scream the most, they call you courageous. People call you courageous just because you can scream and shout at people. People too think that courage is the expression of your machoistic qualities. So you have men beating their wives, and society describes them as courageous. Today, a man who is able to have sex with 10 people is described as, oh, you're a very courageous man. A woman who can date more than and have sexual affair with more than one man can be described as courageous. So courage has become and has been associated with mere bravado. Courage is not rash or hastiness. There are people who use this mere bravado to mask their unconscious fears. This life, everybody has some fear. And there are people who mask their fear, and they mask their fear and portray their fear as courage. So don't let those people deceive you. Today, a man will abuse his spouse, and that man is described as the real man. Some men or some women too have taken alcohol as their courage stance. So they will take all the alcohol in the world, and the world will hail them that guy no is rough. He can take 10 bottles of Guinness in one stand, and that person is described as courageous. Others show their fake courage whilst they are driving. God, the speed at which they overtake you, he's trying to prove to someone that, oh yeah, I am courageous. But courage, all those definitions of courage is wrong, is society defined courage. That is not the kind of courage we are teaching here. We are teaching an inner-centered courage. So courage is having an inner-centeredness to do and express the God you. An inner-centeredness to do and express the God you. And with this kind of courage, trust me, you rarely have moments of feeling empty. You rarely have moments of vacuum, because then you realize that if courage is having an inner centeredness to do and express God, then when I found out who I am and impacts life and do me and do what I am inwardly and express God, then where would the vacuum come from? So truth is, you are empty. When you are empty within, it leads to a corresponding outward experience of apathy. So mostly we've had cases of people who killed themselves or who attempted to kill themselves because they felt like their life was at a point or at a standstill. So when you're facing emptiness within, it expresses outwardly as apathy, and then apathy in the long run adds up to cowardice. So when you do not have the courage to face life situations, when you do not have the courage to realize that change is constant, and if today there are light, tomorrow there'll be darkness, and darkness and light are all part of the expression of God. If you do not have the courage to face life, then you experience emptiness, and then you become a coward. So you have people who have experienced apathy for over a long period of time and are not in touch with their spirits and lack the courage to be and become. By this teaching, I pray that you are not such a person, but you come to realize that when you have an inner centeredness with your source, then you can do and express God the way God knows how to do and express itself within you. So, in humans, courage is necessary to being and becoming possible. We need courage to become whatever we desire, whatever our dreams allow us to whatever dreams we have. We need that inner centeredness to do and be, that inner centeredness to become even the impossible. So one of my favorite sayings or affirmation is, I am possible. I am possible. Because when I know that I am possible, I look within me. All possibilities of God expresses as me. I am a reflection of God. And every situation around me is a reflection of God. And if that is the case, then I commit myself to become courageous. Where the courageous is, I will smile at life. No matter how thick the storm is, I will smile at life. So courage is essential to our being. The Bible says, be strong and courageous. Be strong and courageous. And strength is not mere bravado, or strength is not showing machoism. Strength is in your inner centeredness. Wonderful. So today, more importantly, I bring us to a certain form of courage. And for me, this is an important one: the courage to love, social courage, the courage to love. So one form of courage that is essential to our being is love, the courage to love. There are people who are not courageous enough to invest in themselves. This kind of courage, the courage, social courage, is when you have the courage to invest in yourself over a period of time, have a relationship with yourself, have a relationship with others, and a relationship with the environment. So that is what I call social courage, the courage to love. When you have the ability and capability to love yourself, it is the first step to discovering love. Loving yourself is the first step to discovering courage, the courage to love. But you must know that to be willing and available to share the love that you are to another is important. So first, you find out the love that you are. Be willing to invest time, energy to find out that which you are, what love being am I, how do I express. When you found that, the next stage to developing that courage to love is to share in that joy, or that joy of love to another. Share that love of joy to another. You see, I look around society today and I realize that most people are scared to love. People are scared to love. Today they say men are trash, women are trash. So everybody is doing the trash game. People are scared to love. Because, listen to this, you can only be afraid to love when you've not identified that you are love itself. That is the only way you'll be afraid to love, when you are dependent on another person for your love. You are only afraid, you become afraid that, oh, if I want love from this boy, if he doesn't give it to me, I will be hurt. You see, because you are depending on him for the feeling of love. But you see, you are love. There are love beings, love persona, love images expressing in and as you. If you are able to identify the love that you are, you identify the love that expresses as you, and you experience it to the overflow, then you can have so much love that you can say that, oh, I have so much love, so John, come into my life and share my love. Or Mike, come into my love and share my life and share my love. Akosia, come into my life and share my love. The only way you'll be afraid to love is when you are dependent on others for your love. But when you are love itself and you are experiencing love to the overflow, you always wake up to that adventurous spirit of life. You've seen the elements, you have tasted them, you have tasted all of life. Then you can say, oh, life is simply good, so come into my world. Then the essence of marriage, the marriage gains essence. Because that today people entering into marriages to seek validation. People are entering into marriages because they are afraid to live alone. They have not identified for themselves, this is me. I am this love. So enjoy this love. If we are all to do this, can you imagine that the rate at which people divorce will be reduced? The truth is that, every time when people talk to you, they say you deserve love. Yes, you deserve love. Love is you. So how can somebody who is love, who is a reflection of the love of the universe, the whole vast feeling which cannot be explained, how can this person deserve love? If you are love itself, how can you deserve what you already are? You already are love. What you are deserves the opportunity to be shared. So if you identify that you are this love of service, this love of hard work, this love of kindness, this love of giving, this love of compassion, then then that compassion, that service deserves the opportunity to be shared. So you don't deserve love. The love that you already are deserves to be shared. So the courage to love, or having social courage, is exuding love to attract love. You can only, Brother Ishmael Tete, the founder and guru of Athenian Mission, taught the law of exudation. And in the law of exudation, it says that you do not attract, you exude. What you exude is what you attract. So there are people who exude negative, their vibration or is negative, so they are unable to exude, to attract certain things into their life. You know, they say the law of attraction, meaning what you focus on, you attract. But you attract in essence what you are, because your thoughts, systems, everything forms a part of you. So having the courage to love is exuding love to attract love. It sums up in a key statement of Ethereum mission that the love I give away, I keep. So the love you give away, you actually bring in. So nothing goes out of you. So whoever comes your way as a partner or a spouse is only there to exercise your love muscles. So the courage, the real courage here is exercising that love muscle. Today, that person you knew was like this. Tomorrow, that person will change. But the trick is to keep falling in love. You keep falling in love with the person, because every day, every change presents something new to love. So if you go in expecting love, it won't last. But if you go in as love, you are able to see, your eyes, your third eye, every part of your being sees and embraces what the person is becoming by a day. Because trust me, we are not inanimate, we are animate beings. People change. So don't expect your partner to change. Don't expect your spouse to not change. The change will happen. But when the change happens, for you to see the good in the change, you must be that love that embraces all that person is. And there are certain people who are living with certain kinds of fear. There are people who fear being alone. They cannot be autonomous. So they have the need for dependency on someone else. So you find such people, because they can't live alone, they do not have enough time to identify themselves, because the moment they are alone, they feel like they are losing out. So they don't have time for themselves. They become reflections of the people they love. So you cannot say that, you cannot identify who that person is. When you see the person, you see the people they love. These people fear self-actualization. And such people do not have the courage to love themselves. So they are afraid to build themselves up. They are afraid to love themselves and have the courage to move away from partners that do not deserve that which they are, because they have not identified themselves. They are afraid to actualize. They are afraid to build themselves. So you find such people stay in abusive marriages and relationships, and they'll still want to be there because they are afraid to be alone. So they say love is selfless. Yes, love is selfless. But even for love to be truly selfless, it begins with a degree of selfishness. You need to have come to an understanding of how you operate as a love being. And until you have come to that understanding, selfless love cannot happen for you. What you'll be doing is tolerating people's fears and what people give to you. So you can't give off what you don't have. You can't give off what you don't have. So get out of that fear and have the courage to love yourself so much that you decide to share the overflow. Have the courage to step out of that relationship. Have time for yourself and say that, and discover for yourself if truly the person you are with is the person you are meant to be, or whether you are even supposed to be with anybody. Yeah. And there are also, the second kind of fear people are living with is people who fear losing their freedom. They fear losing their independence. So such people are afraid that they are afraid of commitments, and they are afraid of intimate relationships. So when the relationship is getting intimate, then they run away. So when their friends are getting, they don't understand the concept of best friend, or to have a friend, or even to have a spouse, because they feel like they cannot handle the commitment that comes with it. So you realize that both men and women are living with these shades of fear. Those men, for example, cannot marry. They cannot commit to one person. But we need to come to an awareness that Growth occurs by participating in the life of others. You cannot fully say you have grown when you are isolated. In fact, we are cosmically integrated, and there's no way you can live a life of isolation. You need to come to awareness that your growth can one way to grow is by participating in the selves of others. So self-realization cannot be attained if you live the consciousness of me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I is good. Like I said, at the point of identification, finding yourself, you need that solitude. So you need solitude to become to experience solidarity. So what I'm saying is that recognizing that you have to recognize that you have to participate in people's lives. The I that operates as you is the I, like I told Papa Smiley earlier. The I that operates as you is the I that operates in everybody. So when you participate in the life of others, you're actually participating in your own life. So courage is therefore your ability to commune with yourself in solitude, and yet having enough solidarity, where solidarity means involving and participating in the life of others. So to live a life of courage, or to have the courage to love, you must first have the ability to commune or to be in solitude. Then, and yet, being in solitude, you develop the ability to have solidarity, meaning to involve and participate in the life of others. So, indeed, brethren, if there can be a little more adventure with life, we need to commit. We need a certain level of commitment to courage. So, trust life's process. Know yourself and your purpose, because that is the only reason you are here. There are people, the real courageous ones are the ones who understand who they are and the purpose. There was a tape that was running on social media. A girl was beating a boy, and the boy was quiet, sitting there, and people called the guy stupid, or people called the guy dumb, because he was sitting there for a girl to beat him. It is only courage, the person who is courageous enough to not react, is the person showing real courage, the courage of spirit, that inner-centered courage. The person who is not moved by society's definition of what courageous is the real courageous one. The one who says that I will live that 15,000 Ghana cedi pay job to start what I am passionate about that will impact souls before me exiting the planet. So the fear of losing stops others from being courageous. People fear losing friends, losing love, losing businesses. But hey, in this life, if we are here to create our soul, and what matters is the life we lived and the souls we touched, the legacy we lived on this life, then you can wake up and become the courage of God. So, brethren, the courage to be is having that inner centeredness of God, having the ability to know who you are, live in the solitude, commune with yourself, and yet have enough solidarity to involve and participate in the life of others. I hope that this lecture or this teaching has brought you to understand that life is life. Life will be whatever it is. And if you think that shortcutting or killing yourself in your toughest situation is a solution to anything, it is not. You are just going into a deeper shade of that fear with which you exited the planet with. So have the courage to take on businesses that you have thought of. Have the courage to speak to that person you believe can be of help to you. What do you have to lose? So far as it is to benefit life, so far as it exalts who you are within you, don't stop yourself. Go for gold, because gold is that which you are. You are gold and everything else there is. God bless you for listening.
Thank you very much, Philippa. I had to go quickly for my dictionary because you were using some words that I needed to find the meaning to them. And you said what? Solitude. What is that? Is that what you said?
Solidarity.
No, you said
solitude
what?
Solitude and solidarity.
Solitude and solidarity, right? I had to go find my dictionary so that well, that has been the courage to be from Philippa Atta. She said quite a lot. She said quite a lot, and I was here asking myself, oh, so Papa Smiley, are you that courageous? Are you that courageous? I kept asking myself those questions. Well, and now that she's giving me all the definitions, the proper ones, as to who a courageous person is, I think in my quiet time I will just be assessing myself to see how courageous that I am. We have about 10 more minutes to round up, but for now I'm very certain she's ready to take some questions and contributions. So if you are within the United Kingdom, simply dial 0208 144 8180. Outside of the United Kingdom, 0044 208 144 8180. For the very ones in the United States and Canada, 315 636 4063. 315 636 4063. And I'm very certain some people are watching via Facebook video. You are seeing Philippa seated beautifully all the way in Ghana in Tyrian Mission International, just on the General Ankara High Street. Yes, that is where she is now. You can pass your comments, your questions in the comment section, and we will certainly read that out for the attention of Philippa. Philippa, you see, I don't know. You talking about being courageous, and then you said the topic itself is the courage to be. Now, are you trying to say you cited an example like someone should be courageous to move from the 15,000 say cedis or 15,000 pounds a month job and go for a passion that he or she loves so much? Are you trying to say that with courage you just have to go without any consideration? So in the case of this person that you cited as having 15,000 a month job, that you would want him to go after a passion that he or she loves with the courage that he or she has. They should just go without making any consideration. Okay, I leave the job now. What comes next? How am I going to pay the bills? How am I going to take care of the family? Are you saying courage is just enough? Yes. Once you have you have the passion, step in there and let it be. Is that what you're saying?
Papa Smiley,
I'm right here.
Deny your father and mother and follow me. Jesus said that. Because this life, like Rashma will perfectly say or describe it, we are here with playmates and play toys to create our soul. So your playmates come in the form of your mother, your father, your family, your friends, and your play toys come in the form of your job, your salary, you see, at the end, of course, I'm not saying be irresponsible, because if you have decided to bring children to the world or start a family, then you should be responsible enough to know other means of satisfaction. But I'm just saying that truth is nothing. We will not take when we are dying alone. We are not going with our kids or family or anybody. So what matters is the legacy you want to live on this earth. if you are in a job that is paying you 15,000 Ghana cedis, like the example I gave, and yet that job is not fulfilling your innate being, that job is not allowing you to touch lives the way you can touch life, brethren, that job is just a waste of your time.
Interesting.
Right, that okay, this job, there's a way I can use. I mean, of course, you take what life gives you to get what you want. Sometimes you not get it the way you want. Have to get what you want. So if you are using that job, in that same job, that money has become a source of it's fueling your legacy. That's okay. If you can deal with the so-called pain the job comes with, and then but you are using the income or the money you get from the job to fulfill that legacy, that's fine. I'm not saying that people should follow, in quotes, stupid passion and then not, do the things that ought to be done. I'm just saying that what matters in life is your impact matrix. So if that job, the income from that job is fueling your legacy, that's fine, that's good. If it's not, and you have other ways of which your legacy can be fulfilled, that's fine. Jesus was crucified for standing firm for the truth that you and I are gods. 2,000 years ago, he's passed on. But still, we talk about the legacy he left behind. It is not about him. He's no more. He doesn't exist. He's never coming back. But we still talk about the legacy of his work. So it's about legacy and the impact you make. For that is what creates your soul.
All right. I do get you now, right? So it is not just being anyhow courageous, but in effect, you are being courageous in the confines of the promotion of life, right?
What'd you say?
You are being courageous in the confines of promotion of life, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I see. All right. Thank you very much for that. Well, how courageous are you yourself?
How courageous am I?
Yes.
Actually, when I was developing this teaching, that I knew that the message is for me. So the way I'm teaching, I'm also learning as a result, because there's more to do. So I can say I'm a work in progress when it comes to building and developing courage.
I see. So yes. Is it like you are trying to step, because I know you do some singing at some events and what have you. Is it something that you need more courage to step in fully?
Oh, the line is breaking, so I can't really hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yes.
All right, what I said was, I know you do sing at certain events, okay? Is it something that you need extra courage to step in fully?
You see now, with this, after this teaching that Life shared with me, I'm asking myself, do I need the courage to really step into music fully? If yes, for what reason? Would it be just another means to make money, to fuel my legacy? Or is music itself my legacy? If it is, what about music? Is it the fame? Or is it about what I am bringing out to share with the world? So yes, I mean, that contemplative element or mood when it comes to my music, especially, because then I ask myself, why did life give me this voice? maybe it's for a higher reason. What is the higher reason? Can I be courageous enough to? So yeah, like I said, I'm learning. I'm learning with all of us, and I know that the will of God will be done because I will identify fully who and what I am, and live expressing it. And that is the only way the will of God will be done. It's not blind belief or faith. Yes.
All right.
So yes, Papa.
So even when one wants to divorce another, the person still need courage to do that, right? Hello.
Hello, I can hear you.
What I was asking is even in the event of a divorce, one needs courage to be able to do that, right?
Oh, I can't hear you.
I will say in the event of a divorce, right? You are in a relationship with someone. You are in a marriage relationship. Even in the case of a divorce, one needs courage to be able to do that, right?
Yes, especially if you realize that, you know, it's not going to serve a higher purpose. Then you need the courage to say that you have to go. Unfortunately, people don't have that courage, so they stay in abuse.
I see. Okay, I don't want to go there, but let's round up because I wanted to ask you one thing, but let's round up. Okay, it's okay, right? It's okay. Your final word, and then various places where we can find a Ethereum machine, and then we can draw the curtain.
Thank you. Oh, lovely viewers and listeners of our 24 Radio Hour of Awakening. It's been wonderful, right? It's been awakening, and it is brought to you by Ethereum Mission. We are here this and every Tuesday and Thursdays to awaken you to that which you already are. So Ethereum Mission is located in Ghana, in Accra, on the General Ankara Highway next to the Boyle Filling Station at Sakaman, Accra. And the phone numbers are 0264 177 633 and 0548 177 633. These numbers are also our WhatsApp numbers, so if you want to join any of our platforms, we are willing to add you to it so that you can receive weekly lessons and learn and build yourself. Also in Ghana, we are located in Takoradi. And in Takoradi, we are located on the Davis Street in the Anaji Estate. And the telephone number is 0561 166 330. 0561 166 330. And if you're in Kumasi, we have a fellowship there, and that is at the Deba Port Hotel. And the Deba Port Hotel is behind Adiambra, behind Dr. Badu in Adiambra, and the contact number is 0561 166 331. And if you are in the UK, we have a branch at 58 Gorange Park Avenue in Mitcham, Surrey, and the postcode is CR4 2DG. CR4 2DG, and the phone number is 0208 646 6129. Live your best life possible. Go get whatever it is you want with an inner centeredness, and participate in life courageously. I bless you. God bless you. Peace. See you next time.
Beautiful. I wish I could just let you go after saying peace, but just a quick one. Are the guys so courageous enough just to come to you and say, oh, let's give it a shot?
Pardon?
Are the guys courageous enough just to come to you and just say, "Oh, Philippa, are you single? Can we hook up? You know, are they courageous enough to do that?"
Oh yes, guys, guys are courageous enough.
They can come, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much for that. Enjoy your evening. Bye bye.
Enjoy the rest of the week. Bye.
Father, Mother God, lift my vision beyond duality and seeming opposites to that sacred vision of your one and indivisible self. Oh God, grant me the blessed vision that sees only your divine presence in and through all of life. You are the only power without opposite. There is nothing else besides you. You encompass the earth, the solar and other starry systems and galaxies. You alone are God. To you I surrender always, and from you I draw my power. So now, my spirit rises with the spirit of life, and the sound of my voice echoes in the hearts of all men.